you're doing a little bit of prowling there from your demeanour. Nobody would be able to tell if you'd won 3-1 or lost 3-1. I guess the gloss taken over it by that late Doncaster goal.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just because we need to improve just the focus and the concentration. And just in the end, it's not about one player either. It's about the fact that the ball had got to this point because one or two sloppy things, and then one or two sloppy things leads to another one, and in the end you concede a goal. We didn't need to concede a goal. The goalkeeper deserved a clean sheet today. So
if the whistle had gone after 94 minutes, how would you rate that performance?
Yeah, it's a good performance. I think the first half is more cagey, and we struck, took our chances. I don't think there was much really in the game. I think Doncaster making it very difficult for us to build up to the final third and causing us difficulties, and that we changed a little bit and it helped us a bit, but of course the goals changed the game. And then in the second half, like, we took the game away from them a little bit, but it probably wasn't a true reflection of the overall game, I think. So we're really delighted with the scoreline, and most of the performance is very good.
Don't think Macaulay went more than 3 games last year without scoring. He didn't score in any of the first 3 this year. It was on the cards today, wasn't it?
Yeah, and close to a hat-trick as well, but I think it's fair to say that he deserves the goals for the work rate, and he's come close a few times already. But no, he was excellent, as we come to expect. He's playing a bit catch-up now because he likes a goal a game, so he has to score another brace, I think. But no, he was brilliant.
Just talk me through the first goal, because it was a free kick over on the far side, just outside the area. John Bostock, all the central defenders are up there expecting, I was expecting, I think everybody was expecting the free kick to be thrown in. It was played back to the halfway line, but then when it was recycled, there was Langstaff.
Yeah, because we don't want to do what you're expecting. No, because look, you get organised from a set piece, do you know, and all the teams will have the markers, and that's normal. And then you have a moment of calm before the whistle goes, where you can get set and you can pick up a player and you know where your line is. And then when the ball comes into open play, you have to make decisions, and then you have to work out whether you should step up or not step up. And some players step and some don't. It can be difficult. So we tried that. Other days more direct. Sometimes John just kicks it straight in the goal, but today that worked brilliantly for us.
You say you have to do what I don't expect. One thing I was expecting was at half time Doncaster to make some changes. They made 3, but before they'd had a touch, you were 2 up.
Yeah, and the goals change the game, don't they? And I think if we hadn't have struck so quickly, I think, because I thought the subs done really well for them, and I think that if we hadn't have took the sting out of the game, they probably would have had a bigger impact. But then it's difficult once you are then trailing a bigger deficit. It's hard for players to feel confident.
And I guess Jodie's saying, well, that one's my goal.
Yeah, I think we'll have a battle to take that one off him for sure, but he definitely deserves the goal for sure.
We could talk for 20 minutes about the fans, but in slightly less than that, gosh, how good were they?
Yeah, no, can we do 20 minutes?
Yeah.
It's easy, you know, because it's, you know, even when the players are warming up, it feels like we've kicked off already, and so many shirts, so many voices. We're very lucky. We're very fortunate.
I thought you were going to say brings a tear to the eye. They were magnificent, weren't they?
A bit emotional, to be honest. So don't keep going with that one. But yeah, just different class, aren't they?
Aidan came off injured. It's not a bad one, hopefully.
Well, he came off like under his own steam. Is a good thing, first of all. So now we just have to wait. You know what it's like. We have to assess before I tell you anything more.
If before the start of the season you've been told your first 4 games are going to bring 2 wins, a draw and a defeat, have those results come in the order that probably you would have preferred, because it was a sharp introduction to League 2 and you've always got it there as a template? If we don't focus and concentrate, let's think back to day 1 and how that happened.
Yeah, you know, people talk about taking positives from every bad situation, and it's difficult to find one in that opening day. But yeah, we can turn that into a positive, and remember how that terrible feeling and how much we felt like we let the fans down, because they went there in numbers and sang all the way through, and we felt really like we let them down. And if you don't want that feeling again, you have to be really focused and concentrate, and all the small details are going to add up.
Two sides out there, of course. I'm guessing the Doncaster supporters will say they were poor. As Notts County's head coach, were they poor because of how well you played, and how pleased were you with the overall performance?
I think if the goals don't go in when they go, it's a different game completely, because they had a good game plan. They're very well set up, and they were very on script. They stifle in a lot of our build-up, and they're waiting to, for us to make a mistake, and they would pounce. They have good players, but the goals change the game, and yeah, I think today would have been very, very different if we hadn't have been clinical.
1,603 days ago, Notts County beat Stevenage. That was the last away win in the EFL, and Jim O'Brien scored.
Okay, I don't remember it, but I'm happy to be a part of this new history.
But it's a journey he's been on. Talking about Jim, I mean, you just had a word there with him at the end, and he's as combative as ever. He's nearly 36, but he's still very much part and parcel of your side with a will to win.
Oh yeah, he's a massive part of the side, and yeah, when Jim is not starting, he's not happy with me, but he's always ready, and when he plays superbly. You know that, and I'm a bit worried because he's going to be a brilliant coach, so that's a bit of a concern. But no, Jim is a brilliant player for this current team, and he's been a brilliant servant to this club. I mean.
Just finally, maybe some deserved time on the training ground, or maybe even a few hours off. It's a week before your next one. You probably deserve that.
I think an extra day, so we have Sunday and Monday off, because the players need to get away from me, and then we start to build up again.